The rain poured heavily that night, drumming against the tin roof of the small house at the edge of the town. Inside, Arif sat by the window, watching the lightning flash across the dark sky. He had always loved the rain. It reminded him of the night he met Zara. She had been standing under an umbrella that barely kept her dry, shivering and looking for a cab. Arif had offered her a lift, and that was the beginning of everything. Zara had beauty that silenced people. Her smile, her dark eyes, they could melt any heart. But what truly made Arif fall in love with her was her gentleness. The way she spoke softly, the way she cared for small things. They married after 2 years of courtship, and Arif built his life around her. He worked tirelessly, doing overtime at the factory, saving every penny to make her happy. For a while, their love was perfect. Arif would come home every evening with flowers or small gifts. Zara would cook his favorite meals, spicy curry or fried rice, and they would sit together under the dim light, talking about dreams, about a house near the hills one day. He loved her more than himself, and everyone in the neighborhood knew that Arif would do anything for Zara. But love, no matter how deep, cannot hold someone who has already decided to leave. It started with small changes. Zara began staying out longer. She stopped waiting for Arif to come home. Her smile grew distant. She stopped cooking dinner, stopped asking about his day. When Arif tried to ask, she brushed him off. "I'm just tired," she would say, or "You worry too much." Then one evening, Arif came home early from work and saw a car parked outside their gate. A black car he didn't recognize. Through the half-open window, he heard laughter, a man's laughter. His heart began to pound. He stepped closer quietly and saw Zara sitting on the sofa, her hand resting on another man's knee. For a moment, Arif couldn't breathe. His whole world froze. The woman he had trusted more than himself was smiling for another man. When Zara noticed him standing there, she didn't look shocked, she looked irritated. "Arif," she said coldly, "you weren't supposed to come home yet." The man, tall and confident, stood up and looked at Arif with a smirk. "Maybe you should learn to knock," he said. Arif didn't say a word. She started going out openly with that man, Rahim. The neighbors whispered, and pity filled their eyes when they looked at Arif. But he never raised his voice. He still brought home food, still left flowers on the table, still hoped. Then one morning, the police came to his door. "Your wife wants to divorce you," the officer said, handing him the papers. "She's moving in with Rahim." Arif stared at the paper for a long time, then signed it quietly. His hand shook as he wrote his name. That night, he went to the mosque and prayed, not for revenge, but for peace. But peace never came. A few weeks later, Zara and Rahim returned, not to apologize, but to take what little Arif had. They wanted the house, the savings, everything he had built for them. Rahim sneered. "You don't deserve anything," he said. "Zara deserves better than a poor factory man." Zara stood beside him, her face expressionless. Arif looked at her one last time. "I gave you everything," he whispered. "My love, my life. Why wasn't it enough?" Zara didn't answer. She just turned away. That night, something in Arif broke. He sat alone, staring at their wedding picture, her smile, his hope. The next morning, his body was found near the river. The police said it was suicide. He had left a note, "I forgive her, but I can't live with the emptiness she left." When the police went to inform Zara, she showed no emotion. She just asked, "Did he really die?" "Yes," the officer replied. "He loved you till his last breath." Zara's eyes flickered, but only for a moment. Rahim placed his arm around her and said, "Good. Now we can start our life." But life doesn't stay kind to those who build it on betrayal. Months later, Rahim began drinking, wasting the money Arif had saved. He grew violent and paranoid, suspecting Zara of being unfaithful, just as she had once been. One night, during an argument, Rahim struck her. Zara fell, hitting her head on the corner of the table. As she lay bleeding, she whispered, This is my punishment." By morning, she was gone, another broken soul swallowed by her own choices. In the small graveyard by the river, 2 graves now rest side by side. One marked Arif Khan, who loved truly, and beside it, Zara Khan, who forgot what love meant. The rain still falls there often, washing away the footprints of the past. But the villagers say that on stormy nights, if you stand near the river, you can hear a man's voice whisper softly through the wind, not with anger, but with love. Zara, I forgive you.